Welcome back to the Brick by Brick podcast. This is a bonus episode. I had Brenda on last Monday, and she shared a little bit of what she does to build passive income while still keeping her W-2. This episode, we're gonna just look at our day with Pace, do a quick review. She is up against a meeting, and so she's been so gracious to give us some of her time. Brenda, let's jump right into it. What what led you to what stood out to you from our David Pace that we did way back in October?
I know, right? It seems so long, but it was really not that long ago. I think it was cool, honestly. Really, I really went for the community. I didn't even go for pace. I
Okay.
was, I was like, okay, like face is cool, but like at the same time, like I've noticed like the networking again, right? Like just
Mm,
meeting people. And so I was able to like hang around with a couple of people that I had said hi to, maybe connected like for a
mhm.
few minutes, but I never actually got to know them. And so it was kind
Yeah.
of cool rooming with a couple of the people and getting to know them on a personal level. And
Yes.
so now we keep in touch. You know, you never know what the future has. Even with like Doron, Doron. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
I plan to like visit his hotel, this year. And so I think just having like those relationships and building on it, that was like the best part of the date with Pace. Um,
Yeah, I agree. Big
yeah.
time. I didn't realize how many high level people were in the room. When I heard that Duran has a multi-million dollar hotel, is it in Philadelphia or is it
Yeah,
New York?
it's Philadelphia. No,
Okay,
it's Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just started like a year ago. Well, not even the same year I started, and I've done a few deals, but like the hotel,
Yeah.
that just blew my mind. And it for me, it opened the possibilities of what more I could do.
Yeah.
Like I'm in this small pond doing some foreclosure stuff, closing deals, single family, but there's
But
way more.
but you're not really in a small pond if you think about it, right? Like
Okay.
think about like and the reason I say that is because I didn't know you until I met you at the Day of Peace, right? And I didn't know your story. And so I
Okay.
was able to hear that interview with Pace and I was just like, wow. Like I was honestly blown away because the determination and like the persistency of what you had because you
Yeah.
knew like you had to get it done. That is what opens like so many doors of breakthroughs. Like
Yeah.
you were so determined. I was like, dang, like for a second, I was like, he makes me want to go knock on doors. Like, I was like, man, like, what in the world? Like, this guy wrote on his journal, he literally wrote down the total number of doors that he knocked on. And that's
Yeah.
just to show you that when you literally take the action consistently, there's the only thing left to do is for that door to open. That's
Yeah.
it. So like it was bound to happen, but the way it happened, I loved hearing like your testimony and like how it happened. And I thought that was really inspiring in itself, right? So I was like, dang, there's a
Mm.
lot, like everyone's journey is so unique and so amazing.
Yes.
And I think I love that. Like even with Doron, he's been doing it for 20 years, but he's
Mm.
such a
Wow.
genuine and humble guy where
Mm.
he's learned through failure because a community didn't exist 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see what I mean? So
Yeah,
he's
for
had
sure.
his own work, he has his own learning experiences, and now he's able to like pour into the people that are barely trying to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks for those compliments.
Yeah.
You you had your day with Pace. You've networked with several people there. We're here doing this interview because of our
Yeah.
networking there. I know you're up against that time. You got that meeting coming up. But what's the next step for you in your your Gator business after that day with Pace? Like how did that day with Pace inspire you? Where's the rocket blasting off to now for you?
So that David Pace actually taught me that I was dreaming too small, that I need to
Mm,
actually like dream bigger. Like initially I was like,
mm,
oh, if I can just make, you know, 10K. Now it's more like, how can I do this, but still impact people to want to do that as well, while still helping
Mhm.
investors fund their deals. And then it was like, okay, and now for the next level, how can I purchase businesses in the future while I'm like scaling?
Ah,
Yeah, so then it like went into like this whole other like, wow,
yeah,
I was thinking too small. And so that day with
yeah.
Ace was worth it just from hearing
Mm,
everyone's own like testimony, how different people went from here from nothing to like this. And then I was just like, oh, I can do that too.
yes, yes.
You know what I mean? If I just stay focused,
Hmm.
relentless focused in
Hmm.
action,
Hmm.
it's I'm shooting for the stars in 2025 for sure. Like
Yeah,
definitely.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Awesome. I had heard this quote from Alex Hormozy as we come to an end here on this bonus podcast. He said, "Get in the room of people living your dream."
yeah.
And that hit me between the eyes because we are often in rooms where people are pulling us, it's the crab effect. You put a whole bunch of crabs in a bucket, one starts to climb out and the other one is clipping them down, dragging them down. And often we don't see what dreams look like in reality because no one's living that dream. It's just dreaming for us. But
Hmm.
when we get in those rooms, and that was what happened for me with David Praise, dude's doing high level stuff, hotel, you're doing Gator stuff, 5 to 10K a month. It's like, okay, all of you guys are living my dream, and being in this room is helping me realize it can be a reality, you know?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so, to my listeners, keep at it. Relentless action and consistency, like Brenda said, is what you need. And you need to network and connect with people like Brenda. Brenda, please share where they can meet you and where they can reach out, DM you at.
Yeah. Definitely Instagram, Brenda Builds Wealth. Send me a message. I'd love to see how I can help, or, if you have some capital, whatever, like let's just chat, let's connect.
Brenda builds wealth. If you're wanting to build wealth too, you got to do it brick by brick. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being with us. You have a good one. Bye bye.